and welcome back to my channel. It is the fall, which means it's soup season. So I'm gonna show you how to make a pumpkin soup today in the air fryer. Yes, in the air fryer. First thing we're going to do is we're gonna prep all of our ingredients. So I'm gonna put all of my ingredients into a like a microwave safe or an oven safe bowl. I'm gonna be using this Pyrex bowl because this is going to go into the air fryer. No mess, no stress for this soup recipe. First thing we're gonna do is cut our bell pepper. I'm gonna be using half of a yellow bell pepper because I'm gonna be using a pumpkin on the smaller side. So you just kind of play it by ear, play it with the recipe, see how much you wanna add of each of these ingredients. I don't really have an exact measurement of how much of each ingredient because it just really depends on your taste. You can slice this bell pepper into chunks about this size because we're gonna be blending this later. But the most important part is that we just roast pieces of about the same size for all of our vegetables. The next vegetable we're gonna add is a yellow onion, and this is a sweet onion or a Vidalia onion. I wanna add about 1/4 of this onion. Next, we're going to add 1 tomato. So I'm gonna cut it into quarters. You can use whatever kind of tomato you want. It's really just up to preference, but I would use either aroma tomato or one, I forgot what these are called, but like a small spherical one, not the big ones that are like this size. Don't use those. Heirloom is also a really good choice. You just want it to be on the sweeter side. Lastly, we're gonna add several garlic cloves. I'm just gonna take these cloves off from the base. And then what I wanna do is I wanna smash them because I want the flavor to come out. And it makes it much easier to peel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and like this video. Now for our last and most important ingredient is the star of the show, which is a pumpkin. I have a small pumpkin here, and I'm going to cut out the flesh from the pumpkin and put it into the same bowl. In order to safely cut this pumpkin, what I wanna do is I wanna start from the side of the stem. I don't wanna obviously start where the stem is, and I'm just gonna cut straight down. Make sure you have a really sharp knife to do this. Make sure you are safe. If you don't feel comfortable cutting a pumpkin, you can just buy a pre-cut pumpkin at the store as well. Now that I've cut the pumpkin, I am going to scoop out the insides. Now, if you want, and I sometimes do this, I like to keep the seeds and the flesh, and if you separate the seeds from the flesh, you can throw them in the oven, dry the seeds, and then you have pumpkin seeds that you can snack on. In this instance, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna trash them. But if you're interested in seeing how to make roasted pumpkin seeds, drop a comment down below. To not be hard on your wrist, you wanna hold the spoon closer to the actual spoon part. Don't hold it far from here because it's gonna hurt your wrist. Now we are going to remove the actual outside part of the pumpkin. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off this stem. I'm just gonna cut it off like this. This is gonna make it easier to cut from this part. I don't need this. Trash it. So what you're going to do is carefully cut off the skin. So place your pumpkin down like this, and you're just going to cut the skin off all the way around on the pumpkin. Again, if you don't want to mess with preparing a pumpkin from scratch, just buy the pre-cut pumpkin from the grocery store. Now that I've cut off the skin from the flesh of the pumpkin, I'm now gonna cut the pumpkin into pieces, similar to the size that are for the other vegetables that are in the bowl. So just cut this in half. Then again. They don't have to be perfect pieces. And then we're gonna cut pieces about this size for the whole pumpkin. Since my air fryer is on a little bit of a smaller side, I'm gonna be using half of the pumpkin. So I'm gonna do this in 2 batches, but if you have a larger air fryer, of course, just fit as much as possible. That's why I like to put all of my ingredients in this bowl because I know that this fits into the air fryer. I'm gonna throw this into a larger bowl and we're going to season our vegetables. So I wanna add some olive oil. salt, black pepper, some paprika, and oregano. And now we're gonna mix all of this together, make sure that all of our vegetables are seasoned. I'm gonna throw these vegetables back into the bowl that we're gonna put into the air fryer. And I'm also gonna add in some thyme. I'm just gonna take this thyme and I'm gonna put it on the side of the bowl. Let's take our bowl and put it into our air fryer tray, just like this, and into the air fryer. We're gonna air fry our vegetables in this bowl for 20 minutes at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. At about 10 minutes, you're gonna wanna take it out and shake the bowl to make sure that all the ingredients get mixed up. Our vegetables are finished air frying. I have a pot here that I am heating on medium heat. I'm gonna put my vegetables into the pot because we are going to simmer them. I have all of my vegetables in the pot. To the pot, I'm going to add some chicken broth. I like this one by Kettle and Fire. I'm not sponsored, but I just like that it has really clean ingredients, just clean bone broth. I'm adding about half a cup. It really just depends on how much you're making and how liquidy you like the soup to be. So I would start with half and then see if you need to add more later on when you're actually blending it. We're gonna bring this up to a boil. And yes, you can leave the thyme in there. We're gonna use an immersion blender later on, so it's gonna just blend up anyways. And you wanna keep as much flavor as you can in the pot. And it's important to note that you don't want to let the vegetables cool down. So I took them out of the air fryer and straight from the air fryer, I put them into this hot pot because I don't want them to cool. It's gonna make this cooking time much faster. Now that the pot is simmering, I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit so that we are just simmering for 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes and the moisture has almost completely evaporated, which is good. That means our pumpkin is nice and soft. I'm adding in another half a cup of chicken stock. Just gonna mix this all together. I'm also now going to add a quarter of a cup of heavy cream. Now this is gonna add some nice creaminess to our soup. Let's mix this all together and we're gonna bring this all up to a simmer. Now that that's simmering, we can turn off our heat. I've taken the pot off of the burner and now I'm gonna use an immersion blender and we're gonna blend this all together. Put it at the bottom and turn it on. Look at how creamy this pumpkin soup is. It smells incredible. Let's plate this up. Oh my God. Perfect fall soup. This is low carb. This is super delicious. So many vegetables, so many nutrients, and really, really easy to make right in the air fryer. I'm also gonna add some low carb bread. I've toasted this low carb bread into croutons. This is such a nice addition to a pumpkin soup. Just put a couple of those. I also have some extra heavy cream here. I'm just gonna go around the bowl like this. Just for a pop of color, little extra flavor. Let's get a nice spoonful right here. Cheers. Wow. Bursting with flavor. All those pepper, the onion, garlic, tomato, and the pumpkin. Super easy, right in the air fryer. No mess, no complicated recipes. something you can enjoy with the whole family. This is perfect for the fall. This is perfect for the holidays. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.